I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, you know, El Duderino.
Welcome back, Slotcar family, and another video on slotcardude. Today it's gonna be another tech video. I'm gonna show you an easy way to cover large areas for painting. Now, if we look at that body, I wanna paint the front part of this BMW in a different color, which means I need to cover all the rear behind that yellow masking tape. I need to cover it so it will stay blue. Now, the bigger the area that you need to cover, the bigger would be the amount of masking tape to be used. Masking tape is not quite cheap, so there must be cheaper ways to cover large area. This is mainly for 24 cars, but also, of course, applies to any other scale like 32 cars or smaller. It's simply the fact, if you want to cover off a large area, how can you do that without having to spend a massive amount of money for masking tape? So let's see. First of all, what kind of masking tape do I use? I personally use the Tamiya masking tape a lot, especially the 10 millimeter wide one, as you can see here, because that's the one I can work with best at the moment. Of course, there are others like wider ones like this one here. It's a no-name tape, but they don't mask that well as the Tamiya masking tape, I have to admit, especially not when it comes to overlapping.
If you like this kind of content, please leave a like. If you want to get informed when I issue new videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. It's free of charge. Leave comments, share, tell others. Just feel free to stroll around in my channel, ask questions, all slot car related. You ask them, you get an answer. No problem.
So, and here is the hack. I am using aluminum foil that is used in the kitchen to cover large areas. Of course, you just can't wrap it around. I will show you how I do it. I will show you how I cover those areas without having to use a lot of masking tape. And yes, believe it or not, it really works very well.
And now for something completely different.
Here is the example of the BMW we've seen before. I already used the masking tape to make the exact border, so to say, the exact line where I want to have that color change. And I use 2 to 3 width of that tape to get an exact line where the two colors are divided. Now I toss off the roll chunk that is big enough, and of course I'm trying to get one side straight, which is always easy to get when you tear it off. So I pre-adjust the aluminum foil to my needs, and don't forget, you need to cover all areas, also the ones below. Don't forget that, please. And if you've done that, you start then behind the line that where you want to have the color change to apply the masking tape that holds the aluminum foil. So an easy way to cover large areas. Now watch out for that the spraying mist doesn't get underneath the body. So you need to cover up all areas also underneath. Watch out for any holes that you may have caused or done to the foil. So what I do is I use a rather thicker one that is used for barbecues, especially, and it works really well to cover up those big areas. And that's what it comes out then. This is what it looks like. I wanted to have the red in front and the rest of the colors to follow behind. So this was a very easy hack on how to cover big areas on your body without having to apply tons and tons of masking tape, without using masking tape like there is no tomorrow. This, of course, only applies to spray patterns where you spray from the outside. You could also try and use it for Lexan bodies if you want to do it on the inside. And also, of course, as always with Slotcar Dude, don't forget, there's more to come.